Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US stocks for the 17th of September. Our first stock today is Virgin Atlantic's space program, and this is a weekly chart, and it looks like a cardio chart, doesn't it, with somebody's heartbeat just coming back online, and pretty much that's what it is. Let's dive in and take a look at this. So I'm thinking that we've had this big spike up through here, and I'm thinking that we've got a 5-wave move here to make the A wave. You can see we've got 5 waves here to make wave A, B and C for the B wave here, and then this move down here, this lazy trend coming down for wave C here at this point. What I've been trying to do is figure out 5 waves. Do we have 5 waves in here that are actually completed? So let's just go into the 4-hour chart here. I think we actually do, but I need to pull it apart on the tick chart, so I just haven't had time for that just yet. But perhaps you could do that or figure it out and let me know. But as I've got it so far, I've got wave 1 here and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 here, all of this for the 3rd wave here, an A and a B and a C for the 4th wave, and 5 waves down for wave 3, 4 and 5 here. Now also we have an impulse wave here, so even if this, let's just assume for a moment that this was wave 4, we still had a move to go to the downside. Well, from wave 2, and we'd have to call the low there wave 3, the 38.2% retracement level is here. So if wave A here and wave C were going to be about the same, then that would come in quite close to the 20. And sometimes we just need to be a little bit mindful with these that the 38.2% retracement, or any retracement actually, that's near a large number, the large number will take control of the flow in the market. So we just need to be mindful of that. So as a short-term trade, because we've got an impulse wave here, and then we can see that we've got a corrective wave here. So as a short-term trade, we can trade from here up to the 20. When we get to the 20, then it will sort itself out as a correction. Now, it will react once it gets there, but we would be looking for the classic trading levels pattern, which would be sitting up here, and that's our setup. It's pretty simple. And then we would go long from that point there, because that would prove to us that that the market has tested support at that point. But if it's going to fail, then it's going to fail from this number. It will fail either from here, or it will fail from here and move down, or it can fail from here and move down. That's why we need to buy new highs. There's a little bit more to it than this in the background of all of this. We don't need to go there on this. That's another video within itself, and more. But this pattern resolves a lot of the issues at that point. And as you know, we call that the classic trading levels pattern, which looks like this. So if this is our main level through here, we've got the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, and then the corrective pattern, and then we're off again. I mean, in Elliott wave terms, this is normally the 3rd wave, 4th wave, 5th wave, ABC correction, and then wave 1 and 2, and then we're hitting wave 3. So we're getting the timing right. So in a nutshell, we normally exit here and buy back over here for this. It's quite simple but effective. There's variations on that pattern, but we'll leave it at that for the time being. Let's move on to the next stock. So this stock here, Splunk, is an American public multinational corp in San Fran, and it produces software for searching, monitoring and analysing machine-generated big data via web-style interface. Apart from that, the pattern that we're looking at here, as you can see, is at the $200 mark, which is major trading level 2. And all we're really looking for here at this stage is a correction. So we have an impulse wave to the upside here in 5 waves in Elliott structure, and wave 5 here. If I've made a mistake, then this wave 5 would be number 3 here. And in that case, the next level down is a minor level, and that sits at 80, because we would have, copy this, 100 here is the major level, and then 150 is a medium level. A medium level is always halfway between two major levels, and then we have the minor levels. The minor levels are the Fibonacci numbers 1, 2, 3, also 5, and then 8. So that's how that plays out. So if this is going to be a wave 4 here, then that would be, the 8 would be roughly the 38.2, 40% retracement level from that space. And then would see it come only to this point here and then make its way. We'd want to be buying in a safe trade. We'd want to see an A, B, C correction here, and we don't want to see it go past the 38.2%. If it's going to be, if I've got the count correct, then we're going to see a deeper correction that will come down to the 50-60% retracement level, which is further down. In either case, we're not ready to purchase yet. It's not a trade set up yet. We can see that the markets are just trends and corrections of different degrees, and this is a trend, and it's got different corrections in it in fractal terms, and we need to see a larger correction to play out if this count is correct. So I'll move on from this point. The next stock we've got is Spotify. You'll know that, and from the March lows, and as you may know from the March lows, I've sort of grouped stocks together. There seems to be a group that have 5 waves up and a group that has 4 waves up. So in this particular instance here, if this count is correct from wave 2 low here, then to wave 3, then the 38.2% retracement level comes in here. So we should be completed at this particular point for this. So it doesn't matter if I've got this right or wrong at this particular point, because our trade setup is we want support on the medium level here. The medium level in this case is between two major levels, the number 2 and the number 3 here. So the Fibonacci concept would be 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and then back to 10 with the power of 10. So it would be 1,000 at that point. 1,000 would be a major level, 2,000 would be a major level, 3,000 would be a major level. Either way, the safe trade is having the support on this level here, and we don't have that. We do have an A and a B and a C wave coming into here. There is 5 waves in this particular structure. A little bit difficult to see. We'll just go to the 4-hour chart here. So an A and a B and a C wave. So we can have a low in, but that's not good enough for me. I need some evidence now. So an evidence would be an impulse wave to the upside and support on the 250 here. I'm not worried about getting it right on the turn, because that's where the money's there, the risk is there. We want to eliminate risk. So coming down from B wave, we'll look for 5 waves down, and that would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and coming down for 5 here. It could certainly come down because we know that we have the NYSE and that to kick back as well. So if it does come down here, I'm not that concerned about it. We'll look for a setup further down at that particular point in time. Okay, let's move on to the next. Okay, Square is our next stock, and I mean, it's just performed so well. I like Square and PayPal in terms, you know, especially over traditional banks as such. These are the new world money banks. So I can count 5 waves up here, but if I've made a mistake, then we've got wave 3 up here. It's as simple as that. But it kind of doesn't matter in a way as well, because this is a classic trading levels pattern here, unfolding here, and quite a nice one too, because we've got the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, which is normally in 5 waves. We've got 5 waves from wave 4 here, wave 1 and 2. We don't need this here now, because that would have been a trade from here to here, so we don't need that anymore. In fact, that can come over here somewhere. I'll just double check on that. And yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, that's what you wait for. You basically get out here, and then we wait for the setup over here. I mean, how good's that? That's the timing of things, you know. Sometimes you get a slightly different sort of setup, but anyway, in this case here, So the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, then an A and a B and a C wave here. So we'll just go to the 4-hour chart. Obviously, this one was in our old list of stocks. So in this case here, we should be seeing a move down here for this. So it's a little bit unclear how this could be counted here. I've come to this conclusion that this is the A wave here, and then an A and a B and a C wave to this point here, and then we're looking for a move down from this point, and we should see 5 waves in this structure. So our buying opportunity can come from down here, but like I said, I don't like buying on the low, even we get 5 waves down here. I want to see 5 waves moving up here, and it may go to here in 5 waves, it may only go to here in 5 waves, whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. Then we'll get an ABC correction here, then we can go long here and build in a position here. But in a nutshell, we really want this move to come up here and give us another classic trading levels pattern sitting here. This first high above the level, we should be able to get a better position here, and then we move forward into it. So the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, then the ABC correction. So bringing our little template back across here, this is our level, medium level 150. So the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, our ABC correction. So we've got our A wave so far, but in this case our A wave is down here somewhere, so then a B wave and a C wave, so slightly different, but this is where we're heading over here for this. So we can refine all of this, like I mentioned, we can move in certain places and build in, but generally speaking, we want to build in a few trades over this side here to get up, and we'll get out at 200 over here, and then we'll wait for the setup over here for that, if there's going to be one. If there's not going to be one, there's not going to be one. Okay, let's move on to our next stock. So this stock here is on a weekly chart. This is when it started over here. This is all the data I have on it. So as you can see, it's been floating to the downside, been floating down in. I can see that this is a corrective pattern here as an ABC, and then this would be wave 1 here and 2 here, and probably 3, 4, and 5 coming down to here, even though there's a slight overlap here. We can work with that. But what I'm not seeing here is I'm not seeing 5 waves up here. So we just need to be a little bit careful about this. So on this chart here, from the low here, I mean, if we I've got to count it from here. So I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from here and then back here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, a bit of an overlap here as well, bit of a problem. We've got 5 waves in here, only got 3 waves here in this one here. So there's a few weird things going on here. But at the same time, where we are here at the moment, I could probably change this into a positive count, but it just fits better as a negative count at this stage. But I just want to monitor this for a while. I'm not sure what happened here for this, but I do want to get more data here. I'm going to leave it on our radar for the time being, but it's just nothing to look at the moment. I know that it's sticking to $10. Number 1 here is, which is 1 is the strongest number in the market, and 1 can be 1 cent, 10 cents, $10, $100, 1,000, still always number 1. But if I see a setup here, then we'll move into that. So nothing to look at here for the time being. I want to see if it gives us 5 waves down. Currently we've got 1, 2, 3, so an ABC, but this could be wave 4 and then down for wave 5. If that's the case, then this B wave may click in. So we may have an A wave here, B wave here, and a C wave here. So there's more work to be done over here. So we're a month away from a trade over here on this particular stock. Okay. Teladoc Health. So this is a daily chart. I just want to go to the weekly chart just for a moment. I haven't done everything here. As you can see, I've started to count it from this low here. I need to also figure out what we've got over here for this. So I'm just looking at this particular structure here. Obviously, every trend, doesn't matter what degree of structure it is, has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And we can see here that The beginning is the building process. The middle is when everybody notices it taken off and they all pile in, and then there's all sorts of things, emotional things that occur. But we're in the later stages of this. There can also be another move to the upside before we see a larger correction in all of this. So that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that we've got wave 3 here, an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave here. A C wave is in 5 waves, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So we're going to come down to the 38.2% retracement level, or in terms of the trading levels, the 180 is the first minor level here. Once again, we've got the classic trading levels pattern here. So I think it's good to talk about I like talking about the patterns at the levels, and when I do that, then you'll see that they're all the same. They've just got slight variations, and you'll just need to get your mind around them. So we have the arrival, so this is where we should have gotten out, and then we'll look to get back in over this side when we're ready. And you can see that all the time that we've saved in here, you know, because if you held through all of this and this and this, you know, that's a lot of time in that regard, and time is money. So but we've got the arrival, the reaction, and then the first high above the level. There'll be 5 waves in here, and then we've got the ABC pattern, and once it's finished over here, then we can start to look to build in on the next move to the upside there. That should take us up to the 300 area here, because we want to be going above the previous high here. So this 250 is the medium level, and 300, so we've got 100, 200 and 300. They're all major levels. And the 250 is the medium level at this stage, which is the old high here as well for that. So yeah, that's where that is. So I'll just delete that. That's sort of where we are. That minor level here, it's 180 here in here. That's where we'll be coming down to. At the 180 here, I won't put it in, but there's 65, 72 and 180 make up group 2 here, which is important. And the idea here, once you're on the 200 here, we have minor group to the minor group 1, which is 10, 20 and 30 here. This is the space where we build the trade here. So we want to try to get at least 3 to 4 positions in this space, in the early parts of the trend here, because that will be the beginning of the trend. Then there'll be the middle of the trend when everybody starts to see that it's taking off, and then there'll be the later stage of it, and we start scaling out at that point, and we'll know our numbers here, the 280 where we can start pulling out, and also the 300, and we'll be looking for 5 waves within that structure. Now, Pinterest here is a stock that I should have put in the last list, which I just forgot to do. Don't know why, but it's not easy being perfect. So we're at $40. So 40 is a medium level, halfway between 2 major levels. So that's major levels are 10, 20, 30, and then 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll just pop that in there. I'll put it into a grey colour. So with all your knowledge now of this particular pattern here, right, the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, the blah, 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 then you know where we are now, don't you? So we're at a medium level and we've just arrived. So this wave 4 could get a bit uglier. So as an A and a B and a C wave coming down here, and then up for that, for the wave 5 here of wave 5 of wave 3, then the wave 4 here, and then the wave 5 moving up here further. So there's no point in buying here. You could buy here as a short-term trader and trade this little trend up if you wanted to. And we could probably look at that if we've got nothing else to do. But here we'll be looking for wave 4 to pull back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree. And then we'll have wave 5 to the upside. So we can trade that up to the $50 mark. Alrighty, that's your lot. Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Cheers.